Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida. Today is see who will walk out as champion of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense will come out first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams had taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They booted away on 4th down. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Boston College Eagles offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They punt it away on 4th down. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the ground with the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Roach. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the gun, running back on the move. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man out of the backfield. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few times.
Got enough space. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Georgia! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. power football with the run. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got his man quickly. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. He wants to throw it. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the misfire, now on second down.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's Roach. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Handoff to the single running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a hair too much on him from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Safe little shovel pass. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do better.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Rides the back and leaves it. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Takes it on the shuttle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to just figure something out.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3, now it's second and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Paula, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They knock him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain, and it's a first down for Boston College. They're about to run a dirty... dozen plays on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. They just keep firing. Makes the catch. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Using the quick game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, the head coach has to be losing his mind after all of these penalties. Now it's 1st and 30. Under fire. At the 45 on its way. Snowed under by the defense.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. BC trying to turn this red zone trip into a party in the mods. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Little touch pass to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Offense needs a couple of yards on fourth down. Remember, they can get the first down without getting it into the end zone. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Let's go! Surging forward on the sneak. The sneak scores it!
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working, you're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. They give it to him again. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, in a season filled with magical moments, even more here today in this Gator Bowl.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. So an example of a tight end doing a little unhero. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Immediately fires to the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. Splits the uprights, good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Still on his feet at the 45. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's got enough to give Boston College the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too apt.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, you got to love the effort, selling out for that. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort, laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. The Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And man, does he keep you honest. Just a guy that can run the football, that can make plays with his legs. You've seen it throughout the day. Listen, this wasn't a big play, but it can be death by 1,000 cuts. He just continues to scramble, make plays, make you defend his feet for a whole game.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Beck's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Eagles!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the point after is good. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. Got the quick completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Georgia sends out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here comes the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fires to the right. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands, and you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Just drives in between the uprights. That pushes the lead to 6 and 20-14. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Leaves it with the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Golden Eagles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Running to Green.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming up. Turning it on! Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. This Boston College offense has it working. Zings it complete to the right.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick strike complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that's a big throw by this young man. Like, listen, late in the football game, you've got to make plays. He's been a little bit up and down, but they got to give him the rock. They're going to trust him. Let's see what he can do late in this football game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Here's the heat. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop. After that last incompletion setting up fourth down, do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 6-point game, getting very deep in the fourth quarter, and the offense desperately needing to convert this fourth down. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They'll try to blast their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call. Not a lot of time left in the game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't up...
Touchdown, Boston College! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Now, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ballgame.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Barber. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Roach. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happening.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as